Oh yeah. I think there's a huge need and potential all over the place. The most important background in my eyes is the emergence of the internet, with 3.5 billion people being online right now. And that will affect basically all industries. Obviously, there are industries which are a bit more advanced in that regard than others. If you think about retail, e-commerce has been one of the very first digital business concepts which has really conquered the space. If you think about banking, or in fintech, banking is a little bit more advanced than insurtech. Even more complicated and a little bit later in the food chain is industry, or the traditional manufacturing industries, known as Industry 4.0. That is because of the complexity of the systems you need with mobile and cloud sensing and innovation of processes based on this. There are huge opportunities, I must really say, all over the place. And it is not so that we're just saying, you know, it's insurtech, or it's only industry, or it's new mobility, all these buzzwords. I think they have all that justification. What is the very most attractive segment is very hard to say. I see a broad array of emerging opportunities, I must really say.
I think there are a lot of potentials in different markets still. Even if you think everything is already implemented in a specific market, that's definitely not the case. But it's way more easier to implement a new company in a market where old and established companies, and for example in the e-commerce market, I think it's even more difficult to implement a new one.
We are agnostic. Well, you asked which are the areas in which startups, we see the most opportunity for startups. We're seeing a renaissance right now in Germany, and the amazing flowering of this ecosystem has made it the most attractive place, I think one of the most attractive places in the world to invest. We've been in this business for 17 years. We have been focused on Germany over that time. My partner has been doing this for 32 years, and all of us are just excited about the number of opportunities in Germany specifically right now in the technology area. What we like is that the teams are more experienced. They are facing huge market opportunities. Just compare, for example, the size of the smartphone opportunity in 2006 when Nokia had 67% market share of a few tens of millions of phones, with today's world where you have 3 billion smartphones out there. And we see these opportunities in a number of areas. I could go through and list them, but just specifically Germany and in the early stage technology space, software, hardware, new ideas coming up, and we've had the most active time in our company history in the last 18 months doing 10 new investments at Traget Partners, just because we're just seeing tremendously good chances for these young companies right now.
So I think we now are in the, we're experienced the new wave of technology, and I think there is a lot of potential for startups to ride it. So at Vito Ventures, we are focused on supporting startups which are helping enterprises and infrastructure to transform digitally. And we do that in 4 buckets. One is IoT, and I really strongly believe that given the industrial background of Europe, and especially in Germany, we can see a lot of very successful startups and products coming out of there. It's also industrial SaaS or B2B marketplaces or energy tech.